Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included. And the plan today is to get flying with some jet suits. Last time, we've got this area down here, which I'm making a little bit of a logical change. But this is my crude oil production area. And the change that I'm making, essentially, is I had this little automation to throttle the pump here. But what I forgot I want to do, I also want to throttle the actual oil well itself. So if I've got too much oil, that's going to shut this guy off. And if I don't have enough, I'll tell the pump not to bother wasting cycles. We got the area here where we're going to have our essentially oil refinery, automated lights. We're going to put in lots of this. We're going to get rid of this guy because I'd like to get an area for dealing with the natural gas we're going to get out of this setup. And of course, the insulated line going from down here to up here. One dupe show over here has a goal of getting back into this area. We can actually take that out now. Building a pump down there. And I'm going to take an ethanol line. I just realized that I've got a jump over here that I forgot about, but we'll do that. And we'll get down to this area, plus insulate around this. The idea is I can use ethanol to warm up this area because I've got some of these little plants that are not particularly happy right now. So I think Explorer is going to have their work cut out for them. The dupes over here, I actually don't think it's going to take a whole lot of time to make this happen. But we got to start with petroleum. Bump it up. Okay, put in a sensor maybe. Say if you only run if you're above, put in 25. And gate here, we were checking to make sure the temperature is good enough. There is the oil refinery itself. We're going to store some of the petroleum that comes out of this over here. It's going to be pretty hot, though, because I'm storing it on airflow tiles. It won't interact with the temperature or with surrounding area too long. Okay. Now, with this setup, I'm going to pause here because I'm going to do the other thing is I don't actually, we'll have to make sure we carefully cut this, and because I want that to be part of the heavy watt wires. And now I will design the system that's going to do the capturing the natural gas before it gets out of hand. Before I do that, let's just grab whatever this is, some gold amalgam. So before we get this refinery running too long, let's make sure we can deal with the gas, natural gas that is, comes out of this. So we'll have some gas canisters. Build that to either side. I still got to get an infinite storage of gas at some point, but maybe if they'll be later if there's time. Speaking of which, how is the situation over here? Looking pretty good. Make sure though we empty these guys so it has room to add some more. I think that was the only one. A little bit of wiring needs to be finished up here. Yeah, I definitely would benefit from some storage of gas. Check on Explorer quick, make sure things are okay. Yeah, they've got... Is it going to be an issue? That this is... I think it is. Let's maybe expand in this area a little bit just to open up more space for liquid down in there. Over 800,000 calories. That's at least good. Take these canister fillers, put them 200. 200. See the first little bit of natural gases come out of the oil refinery. And petroleum filling up our liquid reservoir. Assuming this is just taking a little bit longer because we don't have our lead ready. Bips over here. Got playing with the lead. Okay, basically I want to look for not oxygen or not polluted oxygen. Two little pieces of automation. And we're now going to get this petroleum to, before I do that though, let's see if I actually can make some suits, jet suits. Oh, those need to be made of steel. Okay, I didn't realize. How many dupes do I have? I've got a dozen dupes here. Probably not all dozens going to go out at the same time. Let's design this for 5 dupes going out So why don't we have 6? We'll have like 1 spare, so we'll make 6 of those. I don't have enough steel, but I've got this system here that handles the heat when I produce steel, and we've got refined carbon. Not enough of that. Let me think where I might want to produce refined carbon then. So my desired location for a clen is actually in here, but I don't have the steel to be able to safely produce in here. So I'll produce a little bit more of this refined carbon right at this location. And then once I have a little bit of spare steel, we'll set this up with an auto sweeper that can put in both some of the coal and some of the... actually, that's all it needs is coal. Though if I want some ceramic, I can also put in clay. But for now, let's just concentrate on this. Put in maybe... I don't know if I need that much. Say 25. The other concern is I've noticed that this machinery is getting quite hot very quickly. Just going to put priority on that top little part there. We're going to have a cooling line go in and out of this zone. We'll make the water go above, giving us a little bit of room to work with. I did make that out of gold amalgam, which will help, but I don't want things to get extremely hot because I don't want to burn the dupes. Explorer. Again, they've got their work cut out for them, so I don't think we should worry about them being bored this episode. Double check we've got the gas going the right directions. I kind of meant that to be like that. And hold on, what? I think I meant that to work like that. There we go. Clear that so there's room for gas. Now let's just connect that guy right there. Okay, so good amount of water being consumed down here, both with the sleet wheat and, of course, the production of the oil. Oil. Oh, I did not realize. Okay, I guess I never put that in there. Now that I've got a large number of these guys, hopefully that's going to result in lots of meat. See some pepper bread in here. Was that put in one of the things? It was not. What else do we get in there? Lettuce, surf and turf. Okay, surf and turf was selected. Okay, let me just take this part out and we'll design how we want our cooling system. Currently, things not looking fantastic, but I think we can survive until the actual cooling system goes in place, which shouldn't be too long. I'll design that now. Here is our cooling system, 2 conductive panels that'll interact with this building. Now we need to wait for a little bit of steel to be produced. So while that's going on, in addition to getting that built, we're going to put in a cooling system right here. I'm hoping to be able to get out in this zone without much protection. Obviously, we'll have the actual jet suits themselves, but I mean, I'm not going to have a temperature protection. We'll see if it looks like that's maybe a bad idea. I'll revert course. But for now, let's just see if I can get this cooling line and have that maintain temperature such that it might slowly cool out here, but not let things get too warm inside here. Just watching this when the next tree gets planted. We need to wait. Oh, I mean, it doesn't really matter. These are pips I'm not really intending to tend to be active. Let's maybe just disable all these for now. Fortunately, those weren't wild pips. The other thing I want to do is come down here, and I notice this guy doesn't have room to breathe. Actually, maybe I'll make this a priority, just so that we can get a little bit more liquid into the area, though I've got a bunch stored over here from this guy. This guy also has not been, currently active. Awesome. But that's probably helping maintain the temperature down that zone, since that's cooler liquid coming in. See how things are spinning here. I think we need to keep digging this out a little bit more and more. And we've got to get down to this point. We can get rid of that old pump. How? Any progress on our installation? Not a whole lot in this part of the project. See dupes picking up some surf and turf. I think I can knock one of these tiles down so we can actually start draining this out. Bump up our speed. Surface breach, that is probably something we don't care. Oh, it is not something that should be ignored. What? Was that the fact that I clicked on that? Why are we getting this strange sound? I didn't achieve anything. I think that's just saying, hey, you've reached space, which I've actually known for a while. But actually noticing now that this is actually a bit of a problem. I think I'm going to... There's just too much to be done on that asteroid. Let's send Builder over to help with some of the construction. Temporarily. Yeah, we can't even get a proper seal on that asteroid. Teleport you, Builder. See if you can help out a bit. Oh, geez, another one. Do that at priority. Oh, and yet another one. They're popping up everywhere. So luckily, I've got some steel. Oh, 2 tons of steel. Okay, yeah, fine. With that, any other... I think we're good for now. And I just realized we only have 1 suit in here. Maybe we'll add in a second one. This is an important project I'd like to get done soon. We're waiting a while for this part of the project to be complete. What's going on down there? Okay, some of our polluted water, making it into here. New printables. Let's see. What would Joya see? We'll take that. 850,000. I could get another dupe. I think I'm going to wait, but something I could consider. Do we have enough steel? No. Probably because we're chewing it all through our jet suits, but half of them have been produced. 3 more to go. Whoa. Body temperature. Not happy. What's going on? Do we have liquid? What happened to... No. Oh, no. That's not good. That's our food source. That's not good. That is supposed to be a polluted water line. Okay, this needs to be connected there. That needs to be done right away, dupes. This is your okay, that's not cool. Actually, nice thing is, because I've got a variety of things that I'm feeding, they're not all down. It's just these guys. Oh, they'd all be starving, not producing as many eggs as they would otherwise be. So this line right there, super essential to my future, my base. So I'm glad that that was discovered. I'm gonna monitor that a little bit, just making sure that that goes around like they're perfect. Maybe I'll just bump this up a little bit. It's gonna take a little bit to get everything warm enough. Whoa, it is, I don't know if that's because everything, well, not everything is made out of lead. Some of this is just igneous rock. Come on, dupes. Check on over here. Okay, with 2 dupes, funny that only one of them can actually get down here. Let's see. Undock that for now. Double check we have high oxygen visiting both of those. We do. Let's see if we've got, oh, this is not actually working. We need to have that connected, disconnect it. Awesome. Okay, so now we can make sure that the oil refinery stays nice and cool. Steel production probably still going on. Put this in for some coal. Put this in for some clay. Still waiting for that steel. What about the cooling line? Okay, we're going to see if this is going to work. I don't know. But can I exit out in this and maintain the temperatures? And this is where I'm thinking of putting my jet suits exiting from. And then the dupes will be able to go all around here with their jet suits. Possibly getting up to space. I don't know if the heat's going to overwhelm, to be honest. We'll see. Uh-oh. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Water. That. Why did I... How did that get disconnected? Oh, okay. It was when I rerouted this. I didn't actually connect that. Oh, shoot. Okay. That was another critical mistake that I'm glad didn't go on too long. 900,000 calories, so we do have a buffer of food. Let's see here. This stuff growing. That is a bit of good news. Lots of things to monitor. On hard mode, so dupes are eating twice the amount of calories. Maybe we'll put that back in place for now. So that can fill up this little zone, but a bunch of polluted water we can use in the future. And let's check on these guys here. Put in our insulation on this side. We've got this giant cold brick. Worried about dupes getting themselves trapped, so I'm going to do that high priority just so I know that no dupe gets himself stuck right here. I'd really like you guys to fill that in. Let's come back to that pretty soon. Production of petroleum. Production of steel. No dupe trapped in here. That's nice. Still no spare steel. We're not sending it directly over. No. Okay, this is where I send material over to the other asteroid. Maintaining temperatures here. This guy doing the same thing. And our sleet wheat. Oh. Builder. Okay, I'm going to actually send Builder back. I think they've got too many skills for the morale that they can receive on this asteroid. I think that has helped us advance enough. See if the Explorer can handle the rest of that. Okay, thank you for your help, Builder. I'm kind of curious. I don't know. This might... well, we'll see. What I need to do now is I need to build these guys. I don't have to make it out of steel, but I do have a plus 50, which is good because it's going to be hot in this zone. Probably don't want to make these things out of lead. Yeah, time to get designing. Okay, here we go, guys. The jet suits are being put in right here. We're going to have 5. I might expand this as we go. Put in a little bit of a runway so dupes can run out. Still not sure how this temperature thing is going to manage. Worst case, I can put in either, I could put in an insulated door, but that's going to slow things down. I could do the double airlock, but the first thing I might as well try is, do I actually need to do anything? So we'll just have that open like that. Over on the other asteroid, we're opening, is this where I'm going to dump some of my ethanol and heat it up? And I think it's going to be a little bit of waste of effort to put in a heavy watt wire down or separate transformers. So I think I'm just going to have a single manual generator because it won't need to run too long. At least that's the theory. Let's see what actually happens in practice. Max stress, 64%. Hoping that now that builder's back on this asteroid, their stress levels should come back down. Or, oh yeah, of course. They're in this room, which is actually not a room anymore. So maybe we should aim to do this type of thing. But what kind of indicating, I kind of have this feeling like the dupes are getting too busy. Maybe I should slow things down. Where is all the labor going? I know there's a production of steel and a production, let's see, make sure those aren't a level 6. Not the case. Can finally put in that and that. Let's put in a steel, one of these guys right down here. Make sure that has some power. Cleanse can often be, because he can only store so much material, labor going back and forth. But that's why having the auto sweeper, and the fact that these guys produce lots of heat, capturing that in here, turning it into power, instead of heating up the surrounding environment, seems smart in my mind. Igneous rock. Is it just the fact that igneous rock is so far away? Like, there's a lot of it, but is there any... I mean, no, there's just pieces sitting up there, so it's not far away. Usually gas pipes don't take that long to be built either. See if I can figure this out just by looking... No problem doing a little bit of work in here. Like an oxyfern seed, why not? Okay, these guys are happy. One thing I was working on is trying to get a smooth hatch egg. We're above 50%, so making progress on that. Trying to get all of achievements. Down the hatch is kind of the next one I'm briefly focusing on. Though today, again, just the jet suits. Why is it taking so long to get that done? I know our ranchers are going to be busy here. That's expected. But that's just 2 of the dupes. I'm going to have a dupe that's doing cooking. Now that the refinery is full, that's going to, well, it's not right now, but it'll be backed up eventually. That'll stop calling the dupes on the refinery. Once we produce all the steel that we want, maybe it really is just those 2 machineries. It's keeping me from getting much done. Where are we? Over 900,000. I am thinking a little bit... I don't know if it will be today, but I think we need a new dupe. I'm glad we brought Builder back. They're not going to the extreme areas. A little bit of progress. Okay, there we go. Here we go. I'm making these out of iron. I think that should be fine. So that gives us a plus 50. So that's like, what, 125? And it's not. It's warm, but it's not that hot. Okay, here we go. Making progress up there. We're going to be pulling in oxygen from here. Actually, I don't know that we need that. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, the dupe's finding it a bit warm. But is that just because they're spending a little bit more time here? Because of the construction? If they're just whipping on a suit and on and off, maybe they're not going to be bothered. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, we're missing something. Oh, wait. We're missing something big. The gas. Petroleum. I didn't actually do anything with that. What was I doing here? I think it must have meant that to go down like that. I think the reason for that is I was, yeah, just bringing in some of the food. That I was pre-cooling with that line. Okay, so. Whoa, slow down. Didn't want you to actually do that. Let's bring petroleum up to that point. Jump over that, and then jump over this. And maybe have it come up here. Jump over this. Connect up like that. Insulate it the whole way around. So that's going to be a bunch of material that the dupes have to go collect. Okay, so that will keep them busy. While that's going on, let me see if any progress has been made in here. Okay, 130,000 calories, but our food is not growing. Irrigation. Actually, I think I've known that before. And I think the plan was just to send food from the other asteroid, which I think makes sense when it's actually needed. A little bit of liquid chlorine. Is that going to matter when I start dumping this in? I doubt it, but mop it up just as a precaution. But I think we are ready. I put this so this would actually start gathering some of the ethanol, but that has not happened. Why is I bet the pump's not actually built? No, it is not. Okay, we just need to wait. Maybe I'll make that a priority. Over here, we got this line. Needs to be built, guys. A little bit of material being supplied. Oh, that's getting rid of nuclear waste can be quite annoying. Should at least put it in some place the dupes don't go, or wherever they are with out, or with atmo suits. Maybe like this for now. Come back to that if I can actually get someone to pick that up for us. Nice. Otherwise, oh, house stress level 32%. We might get above 1,000,000 calories soon. At which point I should definitely be thinking of another dupe. Probably one on construction / supply. I'm going to ask for some suits to be delivered then. Here we go. Here we go. This is exciting. We're going to be flying soon. Hopefully producing hydrogen, which we are not at the moment because these plants are too cold. What about the pump in here? Oh, can you not reach? I don't think you can reach. Because that was in the way. Whoops. Actually, that might not be the only thing in the way. I think it is. Okay, fair enough. Let's mark that. We've got, what? Oh, a bunch of more acorns. Those are new. But not getting anything planted here. Maybe because there's not enough acorns in the room. Okay, that would make sense. Let's do that. Gather some of our acorns that must have been probably gathered from the pips. Pips gather them when they search the trees. Often take a long time. So the fact that we've got 5, I think I was down to like 2 earlier. So that's actually pretty good. Get the dupes together in there. Nice. Okay, let's try flying, guys. I gotta be careful if there's any cycles back, but Need to get our petroleum in. Oh, yeah, that's not actually going to work. Unless I get that connected there. So we've got, that's enough acorns for there. Let's dump that on the floor. Giving the pip an opportunity to plant more trees. Ethanol making its way along. Finally. And just a few more pieces of piping, and we'll be able to deliver our petroleum into these guys. Super excited to see this. When was the update? December? That actually made dupes go faster in their atmo suits or jet suit. Oh, Explorer. It's fine. As long as they're maintaining, oh, they're not, 10% stress. And ethanol. Making it down here. Okay, so put a manual generator in place. Just a few more pieces of insulation. That's going to keep this big ice block, which was causing us some problem. I think that's the only one on this asteroid. It was just far too cold. So we've got to watch that ethanol. Once that's enough, which is there, we actually have more there than we probably need. 200. Why don't we even... Could hopefully not regretting that, but I'm thinking that might be enough. Oh, here we go. Miner putting on their suits. So now we're not restricted by ladders and where the dupes going. Sand might still trap dupes in, well, less of a chance, but oh, this is cool. This is cool. Here we go. We're flying now. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's that? What's that? Is that just your oxygen levels getting lower? If that's the case, that's fine. That's what that means, right? He's not being damaged. Hold on. Hold on. I'm a little worried. Calories, stamina, breath, bladder. Health. Health is 100%. Okay, so that's not heat stroke or anything. No. What is that? Is that the petroleum level? So when it... I think that's a petroleum level. Is there some way to see? I'm pretty sure that's exactly what that is. Just going to put, just for a little added extra stress bonus, every time the dupes go through this room, or this area. Look at Tickle Toesies walking through. Nice, nice, nice. Check this out. Okay, last thing to do, that's super nice. Let's just make sure that we put the, I don't know if, oh, I see it. It's going to give us a problem or not. So let's take that out. Maybe I should have had a little bit more. Let's reconnect that. And let's put that there. Take that one out. Uranium ore. $500. I don't know if 500 is actually enough. Charging up the battery for some initial heating. Let's just ask for a bunch of digging. Okay. Yeah, we definitely need another dupe then. Got almost a million calories over there. Explore, you are full with that battery. Okay, let's put this in there and let's put in this guy right there. Make sure that has some power. I don't know if it's worth or it's necessary to do this, but may be beneficial. Do this type of thing, that type of thing. And I don't want it to be too hot. I want it to be at what level? Anytime you're below, minus, I don't know, 88. Let's do 86. Okay, so Explorer has the, or Miner has the priority of digging. The other dupes can get in here. And let's just finish on one final task over here. Just keep these dupes busy. Notice that that tree's planted. Well, I know, we'll upgrade our ladders. Okay, so time to upgrade to plastic ladders. With all of these little critters. Where are we? 27 tons of plastic. So lots of plastic to spare. Haven't put in much in here, but that's fine. Petroleum going in. Oxygen able to get up there. Get rid of that old system along that way. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. But let's maybe not have that drop in there anymore. What's going on? Are you on break? You better be on break. Socialize, that's fine. Nice. Well, where do I go from here? I think that's going to be it for today. But now that I've got these suits, I'll be able to get up in this zone and get out in space. Let's just check on to see this guy is improved. This is the next 59% of a smooth hatch egg. Just checking to see if one was actually already produced. It was not. Plastic ladder being extended. Part of me wants to bring Builder back. But I think Explorer will be fine eventually. I wonder if I should, next time, tame some of these metal volcanoes that are around. Got one there, I've got one in there. One's carbon dioxide. Bit of gathering of food. Let's make this the priority. So we can actually increase the temperature. And nothing. Why nothing? Disabled by automation. Do I have the wrong... Do I want above? Current temperature is... Oh yeah, it's actually not that cold. Right there. Okay. I think that just needs that little cooling line to go around is all. And the dupes. Okay. Awesome. This is going to make exploring so much easier. Just be careful there. I just realized that we've got some of that. Temperature-wise, is this a concern? I don't think so. I think that's fine. I think that might be completely fine. Next tree not planted yet, but that's not going to happen unless we actually have a pip in that room. Okay, awesome. Okay, maybe we don't need that. Let's cancel that. So minus 86. We don't want that to run. Okay, awesome. Well, with that then, let's leave it there because I'm super happy now. There is a few more pieces of insulation. Actually, maybe we don't want those. Never mind, actually, that's not... Oh yeah, there is 2 more pieces down there. But we've got our Saturn critter traps growing again, so that will increase the hydrogen level. I was worried about that getting low. Calorie-wise, we're actually building up and up and up. but we've got some jet suits. And next time, we've got ability to explore in here. And like I said, maybe metal volcano, unless there's something else that comes to mind. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully see you another time.